Welcome to Arts Talk. I'm Bill Roberts.
I'm Heidi Allen.
And I'm Cliff Smith.
How you guys doing?
Pretty good. Oh my goodness, this facility, like Common Ground Cafe, you guys did great. This looks awesome.
I don't know if you remember, way back when we first started with the panel, we shot at the old Common Ground location here in Sherwood Park.
Yeah, I almost drove there. I expecting to find Heidi over there.
Waiting for us.
Waiting for us over there.
Then she wouldn't have been late.
Okay, I walked right by this. I mean, I was already running late.
This is somewhat of an inside joke, people, because, you know, Heidi's always texting us going, where are you guys?
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but this time she was on time. So it's good.
Yes.
Funny story. The temperature out there is wonderful. My wife's air conditioning in her car gave out a couple of days ago.
Oh, no.
And so I gave her my car and I took her car. Totally forgot that the air conditioning was gone. Dressed really well for a summer's day. You know? I was supposed to fix the air conditioning. My wife knows I'm very good with my hands.
Now you remember to fix
it. Just not with that.
Oh, right.
Not with the car.
Well, stick your head out the window. I hear that works.
I know. But yeah, so it's a little bit heated, you know, a little hot, but you know.
So our audience at home and the audience here might be wondering where our other host is. We do have another host.
Yes.
Terri.
Yes.
Terry's not with us tonight because she has been dealing with some food poisoning issues, apparently.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, a little time in the hospital and then she doesn't show up. I don't know where her commitment level is.
she could have been here.
I know.
Even with a hospital band on, we would have allowed that.
Really, yeah.
We would have had a bucket set to the side for her, so then in between takes...
Now you're taking it over the top a little
So
bit.
right in there, so Terri, there's no excuse for next time.
Oh, well there, yeah, she's watching.
Watch her not come.
She's going to know that you said that.
That's right.
All right, but we are doing one new thing, and I'm not sure if Heidi's completely aware of this, because I don't know if we talked to you, but we are now adding on to our show the top 10. So if you ever watched like the old Tonight Show and things like that, they would have the top 10. Well, we decided that we would do a top 10 tonight.
Right.
So
Fine.
we are starting
Drum roll, please.
with the top 10 worst knock-knock jokes.
Oh my goodness.
The absolute worst knock-knock jokes.
You know, I was this close to bringing a knock-knock joke book. I'm not even kidding.
Wait a minute.
For my son.
Wait a minute, though. Are there actually good knock-knock jokes?
I don't know.
Okay.
These are the
So these are the worst.
these
though.
are apparently the worst ones.
Okay.
So I'll start with number 10, and then we'll just work our way down until we get to number 1.
So we're
But
going
we need,
this way.
we need audience participation. So obviously, you know how to do a knock-knock joke. When we say knock-knock, you say who's there.
Let's try. Knock knock. Wow.
That was pretty
Pro.
well done. You're going to be amazed by these awesome worst knock-knock
The awesome worst
jokes,
knock joke.
whatever you call. There's a lot of things you can find on Google. They actually have these lists already put together.
Nice.
That's amazing.
All right, here we go. Knock knock. This is number 10, by the way. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Little old lady.
Little old lady who?
Wow, I didn't know you could yodel. Yeah. See?
It is bad.
Number 9.
All right.
Oh.
Knock knock. Who's there? Nana. Nana, your business.
Yeah.
We said worst.
That's why they're the worst jokes.
Just a reminder, this is the worst knock-knock jokes. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Amos.
Amos who?
A mosquito.
I like that
one I don't even get.
I don't even
good.
get. What's that?
What does that mean?
Okay, it's back to you, Heidi.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're on 8? No, 7.
Number 7.
Okay, knock knock. Who's there? A-B. I don't know how to say this.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
Oh!
All right, let's go to number 6. These are bad because obviously everybody's sitting out there with their jaws on the table. Number 6. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Toby.
Toby.
Toby or not Toby? That is the question.
Oh, see, that's a. I know these are the worst, but that's literally a groan.
Knock knock. Who's there? Hannah. Hannah Partridge in a pear tree.
What?
What? I didn't get that one either.
I don't even
I
get
don't know.
that.
Number 4.
Wow, these are awful.
We're almost to number 1. So
Oh yeah, let's hurry this up then. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
You said it.
you kind of jumped the punchline on that one there,
I did,
Cliff.
didn't I? Sorry.
Knock knock. Avon. Avon a hug. You want a hug?
You want a hug?
Number 2. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Cows go.
Cows go who?
No, silly. Cows go moo.
Nice. And the
Down to number one.
So number 1 goes to Heidi.
Number 1
So,
worst knock, knock
Number
joke.
1 worst knock knock jokes. Drum roll, please.
Dun, 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 dun. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Olive. All of you.
Look at the look on the good improv guys.
That's right. So I was just
They're trying
gonna
not to
say-
throw up back there.
I was just gonna say, for the record, this is why we have the good improv people here. Is because they'll actually make you laugh. We'll just make you groan.
All right, we have guests coming up, so we'll be right back after this. And we're back. We have our first guests at the brand new Common Ground Cafe here in Sherwood Park, Brandon Reines and Liz Christopher. Brandon, you're a writer and director of a new film out called Hot Box, and Liz, you're a co-producer and actress. So before we talk a little bit about the film, let's hear a little bit about your background first.
I've been a writer pretty much my whole life. I've kind of dabbled in film for quite a few years, but only about 4 years ago I started taking it seriously and pursuing it as a career. And I've come a long way, and I've met some great people. And Hot Box is kind of the biggest project I've ever done.
Nice. And Liz, what about you? What's your background? Obviously, an actress as well.
Yeah, so I guess there's kind of the two sides, the cast and the crew. For acting, I've been in a bunch of different projects. I have my own side business as a princess for hire, so a lot of times I'm Elsa.
Nice.
Yeah, so I sing to kids.
Acting mostly film?
Film, I have done a little bit of stage, but I do prefer the camera.
Nice.
I'm in a band called Daniel Martin and the Infamous.
Oh yeah, I caught you guys actually once.
Yeah. And on the crew side, I've just been on a bunch of different projects. I wear many hats, so I've done makeup, I've done set deck, and the art design. So producing, yeah, lots of different things.
All these multi-talented people. Eh?
So you guys just had your second screening, right? How did that go?
I guess I'll answer that. Unfortunately, Liz was unable to make it to the second one, but luckily, yeah. But yeah, the first it was bigger and better than I could have imagined. Like the response was great. I mean, there's a lot of anxiety building up to it. We put all this work into it, and if we show it to people and everyone hates it, and no one comes, it's kind of soul crushing. But the reaction was fantastic. Everyone loved it. Like to this day, we're still getting compliments, and so many people missed the first one that we kind of had to cave into the pressure to do a second screening. This one was at the Princess Theater instead of the Garneau, and yeah, once again we had a lot of people come out, and yeah, everyone loved it, getting a lot of compliments, and yeah, it was a wonderful experience.
So tell us, for those that haven't either seen it or maybe they haven't seen a trailer for it, give us a little synopsis.
It takes place in one night at a huge house party. There's several intersecting storylines, and a lot of the subjects have to do with marijuana, and a lot of the movie takes place in a car where people go to smoke marijuana, and I'd say it's a lighthearted stoner comedy is how I would describe it.
And hence the name, Hot Box.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
The title's a giveaway.
Right out of my
The
mouth.
title's a little bit of a giveaway. Well, for some of us, Heidi.
Shut up.
That's all she wanted the mic for, was for that. So tell me a little bit, Brandon, what it's like to be a filmmaker in our community. I know it can be tough, but you're doing really well. So tell us a little bit what it's like to be a filmmaker in this community, what it was like to do this film, funding, all that kind of stuff.
Like being a filmmaker in the Edmonton area is great. There are the downsides that it's hard to raise money. There's just not a lot of resources, but the people are so helpful. Even the city gave us that house. They owned it. They let us have it for no cost. Basically this big $1 million mansion. We could shoot in there for a month.
Wow.
They didn't want anything for it. Everyone's just bent over backwards to help us, and everyone's been so supportive. If we were in Vancouver or somewhere else, there's no way we could have done this for the cost that we did. And everyone is just so helpful, and it's like I'll never forget that.
That's excellent. And for you, Liz, as co-producer, How was that? Obviously, we know being a producer is a busy job for sure. But again, in this market, how is it being a producer?
I'd say that like Edmonton is definitely a different community than your average place, and even within Alberta, the majority of film is all in Calgary. So Edmonton is like this little community, and like what Brandon was saying, it's what's nice about that is like the support that everybody gives it because it's little, and you know people do it because they love it. And the environment is
And the
something
pool of
that's really
talent
nice.
is amazing, right? In Edmonton, really.
So.
That's excellent. So tell us a little bit about what is upcoming for you guys. So Hotbox, is it going to be distributed, or what's happening with the film now?
There are several options. We're actually meeting. We have with our team. We're meeting in about a week or so to kind of discuss next steps. It's hard because, I mean, if we want worldwide distribution, it is. I mean, it's an amazing Edmonton movie, but it's a micro-budget Edmonton movie with no famous people in it. So when you pitch it to distributors in LA, they just want to know like how many millions did you spend on it, and who are the famous people in it. And we have to come back that, well, we did it on a much lower budget than you would expect, and no one in Edmonton is really that famous. And it's super, super hard to get it out there. So it doesn't mean it's impossible. So we're trying to decide kind of where our best choices to do with it next. But Liz and I are both doing new projects. I have a new, our next project is called Grotesque. It's a horror movie, comedy horror, I guess. And Liz, you can talk about what you're working on.
So I am an assistant producer on Rutherford Manor. That one has a lot of facets to it. So it all started as a haunted house, and then it's grown into this massive universe where there's games, there's books, there's comics, and they're turning it into a TV show. So within all the different aspects, that is what I am working on.
So, where else can we see Hotbox?
Well, right now the only place you can see it is on my laptop. We're, of course, after the show, everyone's bugging me now, but we're going to do a third screening. So it's maybe it's we have to kind of judge our risk on that because we have to pay to rent the theater, and it's like we have to make sure we get enough people to come out to cover our costs. So we're kind of debating that. It'll be a while. If we, there's a chance we might just self-distribute. In that case, hopefully it'll be on Amazon Prime and that kind of thing. Or, who knows, it could be on DVD and stuff. But I mean, don't hold your breath. It's going to be a while until we can get it out to the public. So if we do another screening and you haven't seen it yet, make sure you come to it because pretty soon it's going to, not be, it'll be a while before you can watch it again.
So I was just going to mention we're just about out of time. So Brandon and Liz, how do people, if they want to see it, or how do they keep in touch with you to find out when Hotbox may screen, or anything about your upcoming projects? How do they find out?
Mainly on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, and on my personal page, we share a lot of information and cool stuff about it. You can watch the trailer on YouTube, and you can also see the new Grotesque trailer on YouTube.
Okay.
So yeah, just follow the Hotbox page. I think it's Hotbox Movie. If you search for that on Facebook, you can find that there.
Yeah, and we'll post a link on Arts Talk
Yes,
as well.
we'll have the link up as well. Well, thank you so much. Again, I really appreciate any local filmmakers, especially when you take the time to put projects together such as you guys do. It's important that we do that and continue that within our community, so it's awesome to have both of you on. I'd like to thank you so much for being on Arts Talk.
And we wish you the very best, both
Yes.
in Rutherford Manor and your new film, Grotesque, coming up. Looking forward to it.
Thanks for having us.
For sure. Thanks so much. Thanks. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome back to Arts Talk, and now we have for you a real treat. We had a little bit of these guys showing up before the cameras rolled, and you're in for a real treat. We have for you Good Improv. They call themselves Good Improv, and this is the second time I'm going to say this. They're actually great improv. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Good Improv.
Thanks, everyone. That's super nice. We are Good Improv, as Cliff said. My name's Dan. This here's Jordan, and that's Justin over there. And we want to make up some stuff for you, right off the top of our heads. So we're going to need your help to do that. So we'll get started by just asking you to shout out some suggestions. What's some words we could use?
Biscuit.
Biscuit? I heard biscuit. Great. Is that good? Good to start? You guys want one more?
Sure.
Okay, we'll take one more word.
Dinosaur.
Oh, thank you. Perfect. All right. Wonderful. Great. Hey guys, coming close here.
All right.
Okay. You know how I was planning to open that dinosaur park there, cloning all the dinosaurs and all
Yeah,
that?
with all the clones and the
Yeah. I kind of made a mistake on the DNA. Jurassic Park is turned into. Open the windows. A bunch of frogs park.
Oh.
Well, a frog is kind of a dinosaur. I mean, they're both ancient animals.
Yeah, that frog's been around for a long time. I mean, you know what? I don't think this is a problem. I don't think this is a problem. You get some big doors, open them up, play some dramatic music.
Are you sure? Because when I brought my grandkids through here, I did exactly that, and they kind of went, oh, like that was the reaction.
Could you tape, or I hesitate to use the word staple, but
A whole bunch of frogs
a bunch
together
of
to make it look like a
and make
dinosaur.
yeah.
Thought of that too. They're not structurally sound,
Oh.
these frogs.
Shucks. Well, life finds a way, right? Maybe they'll evolve into dinosaurs over time. Give them a week and a half. What are we talking here?
Like 10 million years.
Oh, we don't have that kind of time.
So what if, hear me out here, what if you changed it to like kind of a dinner theater restaurant type of experience, right?
And-
Like you drive through, pick the frog you want, fry it up.
These frogs cost an extraordinary amount of research money to create. Every one of them was handcrafted in the lab. I can't just be, oh, I want to eat this frog and just eat
You
it.
might have to charge like $20 an entree, yeah, I can see, but
Yeah, lots of foods built as handcrafted. It's an
No.
artisan frog.
No, you know what? I think it's time to just bomb this island to the ground, start again.
fair enough.
Try
I'll push
again
the
on a
button.
new island.
Good.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, I'm glad you're here. I have made the scientific breakthrough of the century.
About time.
Now, as you may know, there are mosquitoes millions and millions of years ago,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, there's also mosquitoes today.
Uh-huh.
A mosquito landed on my muffin. So I say we preserve it in amber, you know,
Let's pour amber on top of it.
exactly like a glaze,
Okay.
like maybe a maple glaze instead of amber. Can't eat amber, but you can eat maple. Cover it in a maple glaze. It sits there. It's frozen.
Boss, I mean, at the risk of sounding like a contrarian here, I don't really see how that's the scientific breakthrough of the century.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the breakthrough part. I'm really excited
If
about
we
that
lose the
part.
recipe for muffins, we bring it back through this mosquito.
Because this mosquito drank some of the muffin?
Yeah, we extract the essence.
Okay. That's more of a scientific breakthrough you'd make 10 million years down the road, right?
Well, it's been made
But
now.
muffins have been extinct from the earth for millions of years. They throw open the door to a muffin shop. And there, scientifically created a muffin. Now that's a scientific breakthrough.
We'll get there.
Muffins are abundant right now.
Dead.
Well, sure, we'll be dead. But this mosquito, you see, it's preserved in the icing.
I don't know. Cut to millions of years later. Gentlemen, I give you Jurassic Muffin. I hired a guy to play the theme song.
And then you hummed along to it.
Yeah, it's catchy.
It's a catchy tune.
Yeah. Guys? Guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we've been hungry for a long time, the three of us. But I got something that's gonna solve all our problems. You know how up till this point, we've been eating those biscuits made out of wheat flour?
Ah, yeah. Wheat flour. Ugh.
You know, we've only been, well, yeah, they're not the greatest, fine. I'm thinking, what if we just switch right to cardboard?
Like cardboard flour? I'm not.
No, just cardboard.
Well, that tastes much, much worse.
I was thinking the taste would be pretty much on par.
What if we get a paper cut?
It's like, what if you get burned by a hot muffin? It's the same thing. It's just the hazards of eating.
The hazards of eating cardboard.
Fine. We'll just keep eating wheat flour muffins like idiots. Ben.
Fine, we'll eat your cardboard. Let's try one.
Wheat flour.
Here you are. This one for you.
I don't see how this is better. This is significantly worse.
Cut my mouth.
Significantly worse.
Fine. Then we'll go back to the wheat flour ones.
You're horrible.
Like idiots. No.
Wheat flour.
All right, so I've invited you guys here today. I'm really excited about this. I'm going to enter a Guinness Book of World Record.
Hey, good for you.
World's biggest biscuit. I've been working on it for a long time. I used my grandma's old recipe for biscuits. I folded in
Great.
the
Let's see
lard
it.
really carefully. Okay, you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready? You ready? There it is.
Okay.
Look at that, the world's biggest biscuit right there.
I mean, it's a little, it's a tad.
Someone call it small?
That's the
Small, look at the size of this thing. This is the biggest biscuit I personally have ever seen. So I'm assuming it is the world's largest.
What about Limp Bizkit? They were huge.
I'm not competing with the band. I want the physical size of the biscuit.
Biscuit is biscuit, man.
So you're saying this is not the world's biggest biscuit?
Not by my.
Justin, I appreciate your newfound interest in biscuits, but out in the real world out there, there are biscuits so big, you can't even fathom the size.
Biscuits that would eclipse the sun.
All right, I guess I'm not going to get a world record then, huh?
Biscuits that would be worshipped by ancient civilizations.
Okay, I
Justin.
get it. I made a small biscuit. I'll just put it over here by my failed attempt at the world's smallest muffin.
You know.
I didn't know how big muffins were.
All right, that's enough. And scene. Thank you very much, everyone. We are Good Improv. Hope you have a great day. All right, it's time for the events here on Arts Talk. So, Justin, why don't we start with you?
All right. Well, the first event is there's a bit coming off of my shoe, and I don't know. I've been picking at it. Or do they want to hear like art events?
Yeah, art events. in the
Oh,
city,
all right.
yes, not
Okay.
just
Well, we'll
personal
get back to
events.
my shoe in a bit. Hey, you ever notice when you go into someone's like private home studio, you get arrested? Well, if you're that kind of person who doesn't want to get arrested for doing that, have we got an event for you? It's the 4th annual Hidden Treasures Open Art Studio Tour, June 22nd and 23rd, 2019. On those days, you can go to the studios on this map here and check out local art by local artists in their own studio. Get a look at the process, you know? See how they do what they do. So that's really cool. So you can
That's
pick up
super
one of
cool.
these flyers and see one of these maps. There you go. Support local artists.
Very cool.
Yeah, what do you guys got?
Well, we got some events here too. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I love experiencing music. I love it a lot.
Me too.
And there's actually a festival called the Ravenwood Experience Music Festival.
You're lying right now.
This is true.
Oh.
This is happening July 19th and 20th, both days, at the Broadmoor Lake Park in Sherwood Park. It's the first annual Ravenwood Experience Music Festival.
Cool.
And it features such amazing bands. These are some of my favorite bands. Captain Tractor, The McDades,
Yeah.
Shred Kelly, The Royal Foundry, Maria Dunn, John Wart Hannum, and more.
I like the Royal
Sounds great.
Foundry. You can check out the Royal. I have a Royal Foundry album.
That's
or
a
something.
good
I have
album.
I have them on my computer.
And if
Captain
you,
Tractor, too.
I don't know.
Always
Maybe I
great.
stole it. I can't remember. Royal Foundry's good. Just check that out.
yeah, it's good tunes. And if you want more information, all you got to do is visit ravenwoodexperience.ca. Tickets are on sale now.
Whoa.
Well, those events sound great, guys. But what if I were to tell you that an event called Zoo Fest is happening Saturday, June 15th at 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the Valley Zoo?
I'd say you were a liar and probably a communist.
I would probably agree with that on most circumstances, but today I have proof.
Oh, okay.
It's a fundraising event in support of the Valley Zoo Development Society that takes place after hours on the zoo grounds. Now, if you're the type of person who wants to eat exotic animals, this is not the event for you. All right? They will be serving food, but it will include restaurant samplings for all guests, included in the ticket price. And the Best of Zoo Fest tickets will also include a choice of 2 specialty cocktails available at one of their many cocktail bars. So that sounds like a lot of fun.
That sounds fun.
It's a good time.
Do they let the animals roam around with you while you eat?
Well, no, they don't. But you do get to check out some new habitats, including the urban farm and the red panda enclosure.
Oh, they're adorable.
So those seem fun. So if you like animals, Zoo Fest is the place for you. That's June 15th at 6 p.m.
And if you hate animals, come check out some art or some music. So there's something for everyone.
Fun.
We'll be back with more art talk, and I'll talk more about my shoe.
Welcome back to Arts Talk. It's me again, and of course we have Bill and Heidi with us. And we have our second guest, our special guest. You know, we have so many multi-talented people in Edmonton, and of course we just saw a couple of multi-talented people. And here's another very multi-talented person. She's an actress. Yes, a very good actress. She's won actress, outstanding actress in the One Act Festival, etc. And a musician, a piano player, and a singer, and an artist, of course. And under the umbrella of artist, she is also a caricaturist. Have I got everything? I think so. Nice. I would like to introduce you to Suzanne Ritchie and her absolutely marvelous artwork.
So it looks like you are in the process of actually drawing Cliff while you're sitting there.
Yes, I didn't bring any samples, so I have to make a sample.
So quick question. So if we were, all of us were out for a coffee somewhere, you just all of a sudden like pull out the pad and start drawing us, or is that
In theory, I could do that. If you sat and smiled for 5 minutes, I could draw your face.
Now, we had the good improv guys on just prior to you coming on.
Right.
So would you be able to draw the world's biggest biscuit?
I could draw the world's biggest biscuit, yes.
Wow.
If I had bigger paper, yeah, I could.
How many sheets of paper do you think you would need?
Well, I don't know. I'll just draw him really small and draw the biscuit really big, but no.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So obviously you've got a huge background of all sorts of different things. This multi-talented person that we've got on beside
keep busy.
Absolutely.
Cliff, who I'm not sure about
Absolutely.
his multi-talents, but
Well, not telling tales or nothing, but I actually had the opportunity to be on stage with this lovely woman right here.
Nice.
And yeah, amazing actress. Won
Amazing actor.
outstanding actress for the One Act Festival. We took it all the way to provincials.
Excellent.
So, you know, so many talents, not the least of which is caricature.
Yeah, I keep myself busy pretty well, so I'm usually doing something artistic.
So
but-
tell us about the caricatures.
Well, the caricatures I started doing, well, I've always drawn my entire life, and I've always drawn faces. So I started drawing cartoons when I was in junior high school because math is boring.
Nice.
I don't like math, but I like doodling, and I doodled all of my homework. Kids should not do that. And then I just started drawing pictures of my teachers as cartoons, and then I drew the entire staff, and then I just have been doing it ever since.
Nice.
So do you ever get hired out to do caricatures?
Yes, I do. You can hire me for birthday parties, for weddings. I do special events like the Folk Festival. I do
Comic-Con,
Comic
Edmonton
Expo,
Expo,
Edmonton
sorry.
Comic Expo. I'm going to be doing a fundraising event tomorrow for the Alberta Diabetes Foundation, so I
Wow.
can do as a fundraiser, raise money that way. So art can be used to entertain and to support things like that. So it's very versatile.
And tell us why you're very interested in the charitable work of the Diabetes Foundation.
Well, I mean, that's one of the things I do because I'm a type 1 diabetic
Right.
as well. That's my other talent. I can test my blood sugar 7 times a day.
wow.
So that is one of the things, vested interests I have is I've got that. So I've had that for 15 years now.
She actually poked me once, and then the excuse was, "Oh, I was just going to test you, show you how to test the blood
Yes,
sugar."
exactly.
But actually,
Right.
it's just, it's just that.
Yeah. No, I did give you a warning beforehand.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, that doesn't stop me from doing what I enjoy doing. So
Absolutely.
if anything, it just makes me work harder.
And you've got so many different talents. Do you have one that's more of a favorite than the other, or you just like them all?
I think I like them all. I mean, art is what I started doing. I've always been drawing my entire life, always drawing people. Theater, I would love to do that full time if I could. Musical theater, definitely full time. And I couldn't move out of my house without having a piano with me, so I love my piano. So I'm just.
You could mix them all together.
I have
One
mixed
whole
them all
show
together.
with music, drawing.
Yeah, I actually also do design. I've designed all the posters for our shows and things. So yeah, I combine them.
Do you ever write?
write stories or
yeah,
songs?
like playwright.
But no,
'Cause
I have not tried that.
If you added that in, then you could write your own show for like a one act, one woman show, and have a
Nice.
piano in there. It could even be about an artist. I don't know. I think this is a good idea.
I think it's a good idea. I think it
I'll
is.
have to think about that. I have written plays back in junior high school. They're really bad, really terrible.
So just before I ask you a different question, how does
Yeah.
somebody contact you for your caricature work?
Well, I do have a website that I set up, so it's artformsdesign.ca. And I also have a Facebook page. You can search for Artforms Illustration.
Okay.
Design, I think is what it is. Yeah, and I'm just kind of out there. Word of mouth is my favorite form of advertising. Oh, there, I got your hair done. Oh dear.
I'm
I'm
just
not,
watching-
doing,
I'm
I'm not
watching
doing
this.
very well here.
I'm watching as she's drawing here, Cliff.
I may redraw this one. It's
and,
hard to talk and draw at the same time.
She's got it right because there's no hair
I'm
on
gonna give you
there
a
right
hat
now.
on that one. Hang on,
Nice.
I'm gonna fix that.
Do the hat
The
thing.
great
right?
thing with art is you can fix things, and no one will know. And you meant to do it that way.
That looks
right?
great because just like Cliff's head.
That's yeah, exactly. Oh dear. Yeah, this is a quickie one. So, anyway, no, I just enjoy drawing all the time. So I've sort of tried to turn it into a career, I guess, doing, like I said, graphic design, real portraits, cartoon portraits.
So you work both in analog format and digital format then, as far as the art goes?
Yeah. I'll use Photoshop a lot for my art. So I'll hand draw art, scan it in, digitally color it, and then you can.
So commissions as well, like portraits?
Yes. Yeah. People can commission.
People portraits?
Yep. Yeah.
Ani-
People can.
animal
give me-
portraits?
I'm not a big fan of drawing animals. I'll do it if I
She
have
will
to, but I
do
prefer
muffin
not to.
portraits
Muffin
or biscuit.
portraits.
Muffin, yeah,
Biscuit
I draw
por-
muffin
portraits
portraits
as well.
exactly.
Really big ones.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. With little heads.
So we're just about out of time already, Cliff.
Already?
So what's you've already kind of mentioned how people can get a hold of you. You
Yes.
mentioned you have a fundraiser tomorrow. Anything else upcoming over the next month or so?
I'm going to be, like I said, at the Edmonton Comic Expo in September, hopefully. Not doing the Folk Fest this year, but doing a lot of private parties and things. So, no major events. But
So it's
yeah,
a
they can
very
reach me.
unique thing to have somebody come and draw at a private party or at a
for
wedding
sure.
reception or whatever the case may be, because everybody goes home with a little souvenir of the event, and I think it's just such a cool thing, right?
She's making
Yeah.
you look really good there, Cliff. Wow.
Give a
I'm
little
not looking forward to seeing
speculate.
this.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
Well, it was a quickie one, so if I spend a little more time on it, it gets a little better. But I'll show you. I'll show you really quick samples of my
Sure.
real. No. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Quickie one. But this is the other sample work. So I do. So there's a photo, and then. So this is the other
Nice.
work that I do.
Sure.
Stuff, and then portraits.
oh, that looks.
So this
That's
takes
really
a
good.
little longer than the cartoons do.
Of course.
Yeah.
Right.
That's awesome.
But no, this is what I enjoy doing all the time. If I don't have a piano, I'm probably doodling something. If I don't have a paper, I'm singing something. So
Yeah.
That
just
is
love the art.
amazing.
So I really
Always-
I love this program
Yeah.
just because it's everything I enjoy. So
Well, thank you
Fun,
very
fun.
much. It's nice to have a fan on the show as well.
I know, right?
yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I
I
tell
really
you what,
enjoy working with this guy here. Awesome.
we had so much fun, and she's
It was
always
a
doing
lot of fun.
something artistic, constantly and never-endingly, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
yeah, and while she's doing this, she's humming or doing
I'm
something.
humming. Oh yeah,
Just the way it is.
I'm singing.
Thank
Drive
you.
my kids crazy.
Thank you so much for being on the
Thank you,
show,
Suzanne,
showing us
yeah.
your talents, and you made Cliff look much better there than in real
I
life.
think I took 20 years
I
off.
think he
you.
looks.
I know, right?
I think he actually looks taller.
Yeah, right.
I think that we should just cut it out and stick it to your face.
That's right. It would
Every single show.
it would
That's
be
how
an
you come.
improvement, right? So.
And then you won't
yeah.
be able to talk and make fun of me.
Yeah. I'm happy she made me look younger. Now I take back all the bad things I ever said
Right.
about her.
Ouch, Heidi really went after you there. Anyway,
Oh, I will say
We'll be
one
right-
quick thing. I'm in the
Go ahead.
Fringe this year, by the way. If
Oh, she's
anyone
in
wants
the
to see
Fringe.
I Hate Shakespeare, I'm in that.
awesome.
I'm doing 8 different characters,
Wow.
all different voices.
Well, drawing and playing music at the same time.
Yes, no,
That's
no,
amazing.
no,
And a little, and a little tap dance too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We're going to be right back
Thank
after
you,
this.
Suzanne.
And we are back. Wow, it's been a fun show.
It
been a lot of fun.
Good improv, terrible knock-knock jokes, which were saved by Beckett with his 3 jokes.
Exactly.
We've had great
Yay,
guests.
Beckett.
Awesome guests so far.
Talk about awesome guests. My
Yes.
goodness me. You know, Edmonton, my God, the talent in this town is absolutely amazing.
Yes, for sure.
Which is why we have this show.
Exactly.
That's
And
right.
which then leads us to, there's a lot of talent all summer long. Every festival. Do we call this the festival city? Do we still call this
I
the
think we
festival
still
city?
do.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
talk about the talent, right?
Oh, of course. There's festivals all over the place. We just talked about one in the events, the
Exactly.
Ravenwood Experience,
Actually,
the Ravenwood
Bill,
Music Festival happening out here.
Why don't you tell us real quickly, Ravenwood Experience?
Yeah.
First annual.
First annual, July 19th and 20th. First annual music festival in Sherwood Park, and it's only like 2 minutes from the location we're in right now.
Nice.
Out in the middle of the field, and it's not weather dependent because it'll be under a big tent.
A big, gigantic
240 square feet, 240 by 90 square feet.
So what you're saying is it's going to be intense.
It's going to be intense.
Nice.
it will be. It'll be very
Look at that.
intense.
It's going to be intense.
Jokes, guys.
Jokes. I know.
And so, Heidi, it's close to here. It's behind Salisbury. So if you're coming out to the festival, you'll know when it is and where it is.
Good, thank you.
I just wanted to
I
make
won't
sure.
get lost. I don't know where to park.
Yes.
Yeah, and yeah, okay.
And tickets are on sale right now through
Right.
Eventbrite, or you can also get them from us
Ravenwood
personally.
Experience.
RavenwoodExperience.ca.
Beautiful.
So, Bill, will people be able to buy tickets at the event as well?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, they will be
Okay.
on sale at the gate as well. For sure.
Okay, so the
be
rest
there.
of the summer and the rest of the festivals.
What's plans? What are you guys going to do?
Oh my goodness, I don't know. There's always so much going on, and I don't even know where
What's
to
your
start.
favorite?
What's my favorite? Oh man. Well, my favorite venue is probably the Jubilee because
Nice.
they have so much.
Jubilee?
Yeah. They have like I love going to like the ballet or musical theater. I saw a few years back. I saw The Wizard of Oz. Holy cow, guys!
Nice.
Woo! It was amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what about you, Cliff? But besides riding your motorcycle, which I know is an event.
That it is an event, as a matter of fact, and I'm hoping to get a whole lot more riding in.
Yes.
For as far as festivals go, I mean, I love the Fringe. You know, I go every year, and of course we've been in, you know, and all that sort of stuff. But I think if I would actually pick probably my favorite festival, for good or bad, it's the Street Performers Festival. I love the Street Performance Festival because it's all so natural. You know, these people they come from all over the world. They get up there and they just let themselves go, and they provide some of the best entertainment. And I think, like I said, for good or bad, I think that's probably my favorite. I love to roam around and catch these artists. You know,
Right.
And talk about commitment. Like these people are coming out in like crap weather.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
Rain or
someti-
shine.
Yeah, rain or shine. And not only that, like they're relying on those coins you put into their
Correct.
hat or whatever, and they're going all over the world. I know some street performers,
Right.
and it's wow.
Yeah, I love the Street Performance Festival. What about you, Bill?
Well, as I mentioned, this is another shameless Ravenwood. We'll be busy with the Ravenwood
hasn't
experience
happened yet.
this summer. That'll be, what I'm busy planning and putting together.
Putting
so,
together, that's
so
right.
that's the main festival experience. I think, maybe in August we'll be able to take in some other things around town. I
perhaps
know
some Fringe.
in September, talking about the Jubilee, we're going to see Rent.
Oh, nice.
At the Jubilee, the Broadway 25th anniversary of Rent will be at the Jubilee, so we're going to see that. But yeah, there's so much, just like you said, through the summer that you can catch. Even doing things that aren't so much festival orientated, like going to the zoo, as was mentioned in the events by Good Improv.
Yeah,
going to the
exactly.
zoo and hanging out there, and so many places just around our area that you can go to.
Absolutely, yeah. And there's so many tiny little festivals, music festivals on private property and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm going to one in the middle of June. There's just too much in Edmonton. There's too much to do. And now we're in a position where we have to choose. I don't like that.
And you know what? I know this wasn't like we already did the events, but coming up right away, actually in a week, is the Okotoks Film Festival.
Oh.
Right.
And that's happening. And
Right.
we've had Katie on the show before.
Yes.
So I mean, like not even just in Edmonton, in Alberta,
In Alberta.
there's all sorts of festivals to go to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've got Beaumont Blues Festival. You've got
Blues Festival
the
coming
Rock
up, yeah.
Fest coming
Yeah.
up. Of course, Edmonton Folk Fest. There's just tons and tons to do through the summer. You could be out every weekend
On my motorcycle.
on your motorcycle.
Every weekend.
Yes, we could all be riding on your motorcycle together.
That's right. Every weekend.
The whole Arts Talk crew.
The whole
on,
crew.
on your
that's right.
motorcycle.
I'll get one of those sidecars.
Yes, good idea. Two sidecars. Have you ever seen one on each side?
One on each side.
And Heidi and I will
need
be
a
on each side,
picture of
moving
that.
in the middle,
Nice.
driving all over the city,
Oh my
going to these
goodness.
events.
That's right.
That'd be fun.
And we'll put a big Arts Talk branding on your motorcycle.
Nice. And a GoPro in front.
Of
We've got
course,
this
you have to have the
cased-
GoPro.
Cased.
You guys
Yeah.
watch for it. Hey, I have a question about Ravenwood. where did the idea come from? Like, how did you come up with it? Where was the seed that started it all?
It's an idea that has kind of percolated for probably about 10 years, actually.
Wow.
Back in 2007, I was involved in the Western Canada Summer Games. So I ran the big outdoor stage. We had acts from all over Western Canada.
Nice.
And then over the years, we kind of talked about it. It was talked about with our county council and mayor. And then April of last year, 2018, it came to fruition. We got a group of people together. We formed a nonprofit society called the Music Society of Strathcona County.
Nice.
To put the mandate together to put on the Ravenwood Music Festival here in Sherwood Park.
And here it is.
And here it is. And since then, we've had a ton of support. So county council and the mayor here are supporting us. Strathcona County's actually provided us some funding, which is awesome.
Nice.
Because they're excited to have something like this out here. And yeah, so it's been a dream for a long time, and now actually we're pulling it together. Now we need people to get out there and buy tickets.
That's right.
It's your baby.
It is.
Aw.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fun. And
It
maybe
is.
maybe we'll do some arts talk from there.
Ooh.
Absolutely. Yeah, some on-site stuff.
We
That
could.
would be awesome.
We could do some. I know some people that might be able to get you
Right. Especially because it's intense.
in. It is. It's a very
It's really
intense,
intense.
very intense festival.
Sorry. I have to work that in one more time.
Ba-da-bum-bum.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, the good improv guys are back there looking at you, Cliff.
I know,
Like,
I
really?
know, I
Re-
know.
We
really,
are not
Cliff?
comedians.
You're trying that?
See, we think we're funny.
I know. They
Like,
are.
I'm hilarious to myself.
I'm hilarious.
Yeah. Heidi laughs at all her jokes
I
hilariously.
do. I'm not even kidding. I do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Okay.
you know what? As I mentioned, we've had a great show today. Make sure that you tune in. Facebook page, Cliff.
Facebook page. Right. The Facebook page. As usual, this is my mantra. Go to the Facebook page, like it, etc. Give us some feedback. Give us some ideas. If you want to be on the show, you're an artist, you want to promote something, you want to be on the show, please get in touch with us and help us grow the page and help us grow the arts community in Edmonton as well.
And our Instagram page at Arts Talk EDM. And also, we had a little guest that we didn't say who it was. And if you can figure out who it was on the show, you might get a prize. I don't know. Put in the comments below who you saw.
Wow, I'm going to have to guess.
I'm going to have to guess now.
Yeah, I'm going to have to think about that.
Our little
Can we
guy.
get some raw footage of this without editing so we can see? Okay, so a big shout out. Terri, we miss you, Terri. Too
Yeah.
bad you're not here. We miss you. And a big shout out to Common Ground.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent coffee.
Yes.
I just had
excellent,
some.
Excellent coffee. Excellent biscuits.
Excellent biscuits. Gigantic
Gigantic
muffins.
big biscuits that they make here at Common Ground.
And thank you so much to our guests. We appreciate that.
Yeah, to Brandon and to Liz and to Suzanne.
And
That
to
was
Suzanne.
Awesome guests. Of course, again, to Good Improv.
I like that they do our events now.
Yeah, it makes it so much easier because
does.
Heidi doesn't have to do 15 takes.
Right.
No joke.
So the other thing is, too, all of our shows that we'll be doing from this point on will be live audience shows.
Right.
So we are booked here for Common Ground. We may have some more news coming up in the near future as well for another location. So if you know people that want to come out and see our show, come on out. It's free to come see us. If you know people that want to be on the show or would love to be highlighted on the show, let us know, again, through
Right.
our page, or you can email us at artstalkedmonton@gmail.com.
Sure. And this is Arts Talk, people. That means it's all kinds of art.
All
Everything
genres.
from music, absolutely every genre. Music, art, comedy, doesn't matter what it is. If you want to be on the show, give us a call and we'll set you up.
Sounds good. All right. Well, we want to thank everybody for coming out to Common Ground to seeing Arts Talk tonight. We will be back next month to shoot again, and we want a standing room only audience.
That's right.
Standing room only. No chairs. We'll take all the chairs out.
We'll take all the chairs out so they have to stand.
And they have
then
to
we can
stand.
say, look, standing room only.
Standing room only audience.
Nice.
Then every time they clap, it's a standing ovation. Yeah, it'll be beautiful.
It would be lovely.
All right. Thanks so much to
All
our
right.
viewers at home. Thanks so much. Cliff, Heidi, Terri, I know you're at home somewhere. We'll see you again next time. Thanks
Okay,
so much.
see y'all.
See you guys.